Greetings, children of the screen. Your friendly neighborhood nerd scum here once again, and today I wanted to take a quick minute to discuss with you guys Harleen, #1, by Stefan Jazik. Yeah, I know, I butchered that horribly. So essentially, guys, this book is just a retelling of the origin of Harley Quinn. Now, we've seen this before in both Mad Love and a redone version of that in New 52. Now, what I do give this book credit for is it basically attempts to take a more psychological approach to Harley's obsession with Joker, like basically going through the individual steps and focusing more on her psychological kind of transformation and her kind of the milestones of her psychological journey into kind of being obsessed with Joker and infatuated with Joker in the way that she becomes. There are definitely some changes to that story, but overall it's the same story that we've seen before. Mind you, this is just the first issue out of 3, so I'm not 100% sure where this is going to be going, but it really feels like they're basically just doing a darker, more psychological version of Mad Love that has the F word in it. You know? Like I said, there are some little changes, however. Specifically, Harley first meets Joker on the street while he's in the act of committing a crime, as opposed to being in Arkham Asylum already. But one of the biggest differences in this book in particular is, whereas we're most often shown Harley Quinn as someone who honestly was intelligent, but not necessarily as intelligent enough to be like the top of her class or anything like that, and she was already kind of obsessed with psychologically damaged people like the Joker, and she wanted to basically get rich and famous off writing a tell-all book about the Joker or about people like that. Whereas in this book, it is much more a matter of she legitimately wants to help people, and she basically, through doing all these interviews with soldiers and stuff like that, she's kind of started to piece together this idea about how empathy is kind of stripped away from people. And then she starts to apply that to criminals within Gotham City. And basically she is trying to set up she's trying to do research so that she can basically determine, like, what are the warning signs of a person beginning to lose empathy, beginning to become one of the monsters that inhabit the streets of Gotham City. So again, in that respect, that's really interesting, and I really like the idea that, especially now with all the development Harley has gotten, where we see the kind of good person she can be, we start off at a place that's much more similar to her core personality from after she's away from Joker. So that's really interesting and really good, because for years they've struggled to make Harley her own independent character, and I think this book does take a few little nice steps in kind of redefining her pre-Joker. So that's very good. Basically what I'm saying is the writing in the book is good. There's a lot of talking, but it really works, and the voices of all the characters seem very true to the characters. The artwork in the book is also pretty fantastic. Like, again, it's not your typical Joker Harley style, and I'll be honest, I'm not 100% on board with the way they're drawing the Joker, but I understand they need him to be a little bit more handsome, a little bit more romantic in order for the kind of demented love story that's going to play out to happen. Like, you kind of need that, but it's just not my favorite interpretation of Joker. But yeah, all in all, guys, this book was actually pretty solid. Now, again, if you're a diehard Harley fan, you're definitely going to want this, and in truth, like, if they were to redo this as, like, their new origin, I would like that a lot better than New 52 origin for Harley, although obviously this is still going on, so who knows how the next 2 issues will turn out. But again, like, I guess what I'm saying is the book was good, but it wasn't great or outstanding. If you're not a Harley Quinn fan, you can probably pass on this one. Like, it's not going to change your world, it's not going to make you, I don't think, love Harley any more than you already do if you're not a Harley fan to begin with. But yeah, all in all, it's a solid book. It's no, Batman Damned or, Last Night on Earth or anything like that, but it's solid writing, it's solid art, it's telling a good, like, redux version of a story that most of the time has gotten very minimal page space. So from that respect, it's definitely cool, and if that sounds like something that's awesome to you, then I definitely recommend checking it out. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, share it with some friends, and subscribe so you can check out all the dope content I'll have coming out in the future. Furthermore, guys, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I'll have the links for that in the description below. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you all have a good one. Nerd Scum.